Growing up, my mom knew that, something was different and was fairly confident that I had vision loss. Her and my dad took me to the ophthalmologist. He told him, your kid can see fine. He's got an intellectual disability. They went between a few doctors and finally had what was called an electronic retinogram done on me. From that test, the doctor quickly diagnosed me with what he called cone rod dystrophy, which at the time was a legitimate diagnosis. But because science has changed so much from the time I was young to the time I was in high school, they are able to diagnose things a lot more specifically. So when I started noticing that my vision was getting worse in high school, they decided to do genetic testing. Very quickly, they diagnosed me with type 2 Leber Congenital Amaurosis. It was hard to accept because I thought that my life would be a certain way, but it turned out that it was going to be different than I had planned. I miss the convenience of being able to see details, being able to read something easily without struggling, being able to see a street sign or a number on a building. Those are the things I miss. I miss the practical sense of having better vision, I guess. Getting a guide dog is like learning to walk again, because you're deciding where you're going, but the guide dog decides how you're getting there. So you have to learn to trust that that dog knows what it's doing. Someone like me who still has some usable sight, I have to kind of ignore what I'm seeing because he's probably right. And there's been a few times he's stopped and I've ran into something that was maybe below me or above me. He does so many amazing things for me. My friends are people who have taken the time to get to know me and didn't let my vision loss be a barrier to our friendship.
If Jack was to regain his vision, I think the first thing we'd do is go hiking. Seeing the autumn leaves change into the reds and greens and yellows, and I think that would be a really cool experience.
A very important aspect of a person who has any disability is their family. I am so thankful for the parents that I do have. They never treated me differently than they would have any other child. If there were teachers that were not making my course being accessible, my parents were there like fighting for me. My mom, she substitute taught, and some of the teachers at the public school I went to were scared to have her teaching at their school because she was so relentless with making sure that my core classes were accessible and that I was getting what I needed. And that shows something. Growing up, I was told, even if we knew more about the type of vision loss you have, it's not gonna matter, Jack. So who really cares? But now with the amount of advancements that have happened in the scientific community, it does matter what type of vision loss you have, because that could potentially mean that there is treatment for you in the future. I think it would just be amazing to really see as well as anyone else can and experience that.